Really? Another cliche love romance story. Ugh. What's going on? This is your boy NC The Chase. I'm coming at you with another book review, and this time I'm reviewing Bewitch the Enemy. Bewitch the Enemy was written by Dawn Chartier, a story about this woman named Storm Morgeaux, who is this contractor that ends up finding out that she is a witch, and then of course that she has powers. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have this paladin guy named Narik, who's a doctor, who finds out that Storm is actually a witch and kind of is torn between performing his duties as a paladin and protecting his woman. Now this story is interesting in concept and premise, and I did really enjoy many aspects of it, especially the writing, the witty dialogue, and the pacing of the story. There are a lot of great elements when it comes to the witches, the warlocks, the paladins, and some of the spells that they do cast, and the characters do have relatively very interesting and well-written relationships. My biggest issue when it comes to this book personally is the fact that the characters are really cliche. The love that boils down between these two is really cliche. These two characters, Nate and Storm, end up finding out that they're bonded to each other, and that's where I feel like it's a cliche. It feels like the story couldn't find a better outlet for these two to actually get together, rather than just have it be like, okay, once I looked at this person looked at me, and it was like an instant thing. Bond was instantly there, and of course it's through magic, so it feels somewhat of a cop-out. Ray is a cool character, but he does come off a bit creepy. With it, it feels somewhat like an obsession slash control freak type thing, and that kind of makes it a little bit awkward at moments. The characters are having to pursue these things called warlocks, and warlocks essentially kill witches. I was a little bit disappointed when it came down to that point, because it feels like the book focused more on the romance aspect, which really doesn't get a really good build, in my opinion, than the actual threat of the warlocks. And for the part that the warlocks do play in the book, I thought it was actually pretty interesting, especially given their abilities and the intrigue and mystery surrounding these characters. Another issue that I had was kind of like the beginning of the story, where it's like it throws you right into it. So it's a bit confusing at first. I had to actually go back and reread it 2 or 3 times to sit there and actually focus on what actually happened. That was there, but after a while, the book starts to clean up. And of course, as I said, there was an issue with the instant love bond thing, magical bond that happened. But I did like the characters. I did like the setting and the premise of the story. I mean, the story takes place in New Orleans. But I like the characters. I like the magical aspects of it. I did like the witches, warlocks, and paladin story. I wish they would have kind of delved more into that rather than the romance that just felt kind of cliche. Bewitching the Enemy, in my opinion, honestly would get a 3 out of 5. I picked this story up at this book up at New Orleans Comic Con earlier this year, and to be honest, like I said, it was worth the buy. I really enjoyed reading it, and if any of you ever get the chance, I highly recommend, especially for people that do like romance stories. This is a really good recommendation for you. So in the comment section below, have you read this book? Are you interested in reading it? And if there's any other books by Dawn Chartier that I need to take a look at, go ahead and leave me a list in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next edition of GearBreakerNation.com.